Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with 31 days of spooky scraps. It's California Lucky's hop that's been going on this month. You may have seen some of the amazing work that's been done by the other folks in the hop. In my video box will be the addresses, the links for everyone who's in the hop, and you can check them all out, even going back to day 1, even though this is day 12. So my prompt for day 12 was spooky friends. And gosh, I don't have any spooky friends, but I'm scrapping about a time when Katie and Ava we were all at California Pizza Kitchen, and they had really gone all out decorating for Halloween. And we'd stopped there, I think for lunch or maybe for dinner, between where we were living, where we had been living with the house that hadn't been sold, and then where we were living, where we are living now that we had just bought. And so it was kind of a routine stop. We didn't, it wasn't a particular celebration or anything. We were just trying to get dinner because it would be later, when we got home. So this photo was taken as they were approaching the skeleton, and then when I said, okay, let me get one of the front of your faces, and you can't see it, Katie faked oh, I'm so scared, just to see she's standing underneath the scythe, and Ava's looking up, and Ava was just smiling the biggest old smile. And I have scrapped this photo before, particularly specifically to show off that smile, but in this case I'm kind of showing that they had made a new spooky friend. And my journaling says Katie and Ava met up with a spooky friend at Mellow Mushroom in Stockbridge, but we wouldn't let them take him back home. And so I'm going to, that's the photo and the subject and what I'm doing for there. And I like to scrap or stack different challenges. So I'm doing, I chose this challenge number 5 from the Scrap Squad Autumn Stash Dive because it requires metal embellishments. And I had these really cute, they're Tim Holtz Ideology typed tokens, specifically for Halloween. And they've got all kinds of Halloween related sentiments on them, words on them. So I picked one that said wicked and another one that said boo. And I plan to use those. I've got I'll kind of stack them side by side. I've got some foam tape behind that one and not on the other one. I'm also using a recipe from Spoonful of Scraps that it's the STUV, the summer special, and I guess we're out of summer, but in any case, I hadn't done this one. So I can use sequins, sun, stencil, stamps, or staples. I'll probably use both sequins and staples. Twine is what I'm choosing from the T line, and vellum from the UV line. So, having said that, let me go through some of the things that I'm using. This, I think, it's a scrap, and I think it's graphic 45 paper, but I can't be sure. These are not a brand I know, but I love them. I've been hoarding those for a long time. Not sure what these are. I think they came from a dollar bin somewhere. And this is Authentique. These little word and phrase stickers. And they're all Halloween. This may be Authentique, actually. Like generic orange sequins. And this, I think, is a doodle bug. I had stamped on this side of it, and the stamp didn't come out right. And so I cut around it, and I love this paper, and I'm going to try to fit it in somewhere just because I like the colors. And these, I have a black doily that I have cut in half. And these alphas, I know, are a misfire. They were meant to be a lighter gold, but they're kind of an orangey gold. So they're perfect for me to write spooky with. And I did, this is the lift that goes with Challenge 5 at Scrap Squad. So I couldn't really tell too much from that. So I printed it larger and I pumped up the contrast so that I could see. There's a doily here, and it looks like they're keeping the doily within, you know, kind of lined up with the left border of this photo cluster, and then this doily is lined up with the right border of it. And there are some circular things and a paper clip and some other stuff. We'll see how much of that ends up in my design, but I'm just going to go ahead and get started. This vellum that has silver sparkles will be my my background. It's going to be my center piece, and I'm probably going to kind of fold up the edges and tear and kind of distress it a little bit, just to kind of make it interesting. And I've also used that vellum to back my photo cluster. There. And I've got this orange piece that I'm going to use. It's just going to be one of these layers in there. And got tags. I'm probably going to have to cut those tags. And I'm going to use, I'll use that one at the top, those at the top and the bottom, maybe use this like that on there and kind of show. Let me cut this in half so I can have it kind of like that. I'm going to let there be a little bit more orange on one side. Let me go ahead and start. Well, actually, no, I want to build this and then I want to put it on foam, but I can only put the foam behind the part that you won't see. So let me build this. First thing I need to build is this, and I'm going to put the adhesive. See, I've got that spotty vellum there. I don't have it distressed. I don't want it distressed. Vellum doesn't distress well for me with the normal distressing tool or scissors. So let me kind of overlap that. Okay, and then I'm gonna kind of stick one of these, have one of these coming out. I don't want it too far out, but just providing some kind of horizontal interest there. Same here, and that'll make it look like it was a longer piece. Now I'm going to put these kind of maybe a little to the right, because I've got some, I'm going to kind of cluster the pumpkins there, I think, and or maybe some of these other things. Okay, so now I'm ready to put some foam kind of right there behind this orange part. And that's kind of smashing things down, but remember, I wanted it sort of wrinkled and distressed looking. So I'm going to do that. And now I'm going to build, since mine is square and instead of horizontal, I'm going to take some liberties and move this out, but I'll have it line up maybe with the end of that green thing. Or I'll just have it line up about an inch from the edge, and I'll just line up the other one the same way. Okay. And I don't know if you've ever had trouble cutting doilies with your trimmer. I had always had trouble doing that. It would kind of tear these edges, and I freely admit that my trimmer blade isn't always as sharp as it could be, but let's see. In this one, the doily's closer up there and the tag kind of comes out of the doily. I'm going to kind of line these up like that, and then I'll just slice off what hangs over. And I know they're touching this vellum, and that's okay because they're not anywhere close to the photo. So I'm going to do this. I do want to put this across there. I'll kind of line it up right towards that part. Let's see, I'm going to do it like that. And these tags are really not meant to do much other than provide a base for the journaling. And then I will layer one of these pumpkins on there, and then that'll be a spot that I can do some sequins. And do I want it? I'll do that. I kind of like this one there. This is my favorite one of all. So there, and then maybe a black kitty, like right there. That looks good. This is a border strip, and it has adhesive on it. All I'd have to do is tear that off, but I actually want it popped up a bit. So I'm gonna put some adhesive here. There we go. And is there something else? I think I'll use one of these, maybe a little strip of purple stars across there. I'll stop them right here. Same with these stars. They're also adhesive, and in this case I think I'm going to peel that adhesive and see if I can get them to stick. Just kind of right there. And let's see, maybe one of these orange pumpkins. They all have different, orange jack-o'-lanterns rather. They all have different faces. It's really cute. I can't believe I've never used it. I've probably had that since 2011. Let's go there. Okay, so that one's done, and I'll cut that off. Let me, oh, did I put my journaling up past the line? I haven't glued that on, so good deal. Oh, that's the top doily. I had double doily going on there. So I have to line that back up. And if you ever do that and you are afraid to are afraid that you won't get it lined up, don't worry about it, because your if you have it slightly off, it gives it a little more dimension. It kind of the one will act as something of a shadow of the other one. Okay, so that's done. And this did stick up a little, but that'll just kind of stick up on the page protector. Okay, so this one's down here. And this one is going to have the title. Let me go ahead and do this right there. And I'm going to use these guys over here. I know, and I think that'll stick with the, okay, so that one says Wicked, and I can just kind of pull that up there. I may fringe that a bit. This one says Boo, and I will kind of overlap that right here so that that can go out there. Now this leaves me some room here for some more of these cute things. Let me get, this guy's already, I want this one, so I'll cut it out of this guy's face and out of this guy's face. Let me kind of smooth that off a bit. And I'll pull the adhesive off. If it doesn't want to peel, okay, that's not a problem because I've got glue. I'm gonna put it, let me get this out of the way. Where are my tweezers? There we go. And this guy is like he's looking up at that. These are not behaving terribly well, just I think because of the way they're tied. I couldn't get a double loop in there to do a tie like I do with my tags, but that's okay. Let's see, where are the purple stars? Here's the cat. I think I may do maybe these two, a strip of two cats. So I'll do that. Okay, there are my stars. I have to have that purple in there. Let's see. I want to be sure I get all of the face here because he's got some pretty big eyes. Okay, and I'm going to go with glue on this one too. And I'm going to do of stars that kind of extends from there and extends out a little bit farther than the green strip. And I'll do that one, will be about 3. Let's see if, because this can go straight down on the white paper as well. Okay. It's going to come out from behind the vellum to about right there. And here's my other one. And then I'll put the title down here, and we'll see what else we can do there, coming out from under the vellum, and about the same distance out. Okay, so let me put those there, and I've got this, which I thought I'd extend out kind of to the left in this field, because that's where I'm going to anchor the title. And the letters for the title are kind of fat. They're large and they're fat, so they will extend. They'll be, I have to have a lot of space to get the entire title on here. So let's work with those and see kind of what we're going to do, and see if there's any other embellishing we want to do. I have this one pumpkin, which can go somewhere if it wants to. Okay, letters are falling. I guess that's not a good sign, right? Okay, these are not foam, they're chipboard. Okay. Well, I've done that in the last 3 videos, I think. It's too far away, so I'll just have to go with it. Let me line these up, since I do have to I'm gonna have room, and it's perfect, exactly the size I needed, and that was just a scrap that was kind of pre-sized for me. Let me go over there, and I will go back and glue that on after the video. I'll do that off camera. I don't have this, I didn't work this in there, and I'm actually going to tear it, the top of it, and here, the bottom of it, and I'm going to put it a little bit kind of coming down right there. On the other part coming out from there. Okay, that works. I like how that looks. This is trash. That's recycling. And these are extras that I actually will put back in the box. The drawer. I have a Halloween drawer with everything Halloween in it. Okay, now let's do a few sequins. I'm going to do some, well, also let's look at whether we want to do any of this colorful stuff maybe the rest of these stars down here and an orange pumpkin there. I like that idea. That works, and it gets my border, my glittery borders used. Come on. There we go. This one has the cut. There we go. It's an odd shaped little star. But I think it works. I'm not going to use this pumpkin. These go back in the drawer. Let's see. I'm going to go with one of these guys. I'll go with, ooh, I like that one. It's kind of a wonky looking one. It doesn't look great on the black background. So maybe it needs to go here, and I wonder if I can get any of this. I'd like to pop it up. So I'm gonna need some little skinny pieces that go in the small spaces. I need to put it on black so I can see where to put these there. And one right here. And that one's probably okay to go right there. Okay, I don't think I see anything through it. And with it raised up like this, it might work on the black. If you do it that way, it looks like he has one black eye and one white eye, and it looks like he's got some marks on his teeth. So we're going to go with that. And then I've got this, maybe a whole line of cats all the way here, and use the rest of them maybe over there. I kind of like that. Let me do that one. See if this one will peel. I think we're zeroing in on it. And let me check my list. I've got twine and vellum, so all I need are the sequins to do the spoonful recipe. I have my metal embellishments there. Okay, so that way it just won't go to the end of the page, which is fine. So we'll make this one not quite go to the end of the page, which is what's going to happen anyway. So let me make sure this cat it's not so obvious that I cut the other cat away from it. It is going to have an open spot for the eyes. Let me smooth this one a little bit. That works. Actually, that same cat is there, so I'm going to actually cut him off and do them this way. Okay, and make them even with this down here. Okay, and I will have used lots of Halloween stash that I love. for a page using pictures that I love and documenting a memory that I love. So, you know what I'm gonna do, guys? I don't know if I should. And since it's already on here, but that is beginning to drive me nuts. So I'm just gonna tear it. I don't think I've ever torn paper after it was already glued down. And if I've torn that edge, do I need to tear this one? I'm gonna say not. I'm going to kind of wrinkle it up and kind of rip it a little bit. Okay, that's good. I actually should have maybe torn it more. Okay, I'm gonna say done until after I get my sequins on. Oh, these guys are not sticking. And I may have to glue them when I come back and glue the letters, the alphabet. I'm going to go with a few sequins here, and I'm going to line them up. And I'm going to mix the different oranges. I'll go with that orange there. I think that just popped up again. And this metallic right here. And this reddish orange right there. Okay, and I'm going to do some out here too. Let me also do 3. And I'll do that same combo. I'll do the red-orange there, the metallic here, and that metallic is just almost the same color as those alphas. It's amazing. Whoops, I put the wrong color there. I need to make sure I let the glue dry or throw that one away because it'll make all the other sequins sticky if I put it back in there. Even if it's dry, it retains some tack. Okay, so those, and then I'm going to put the other sequins over here. And it's going to overlap the black doily. Go with that. In the original, their sequins are kind of, spread out in the larger field that they've left for themselves. But I don't have that. Oops, I put that in the wrong place, and you probably knew that before I did. Mm-hmm. There we go. Let's keep with that. I'm all about order and never chaos, right? Okay, so I'm gonna call this done. Well, actually, I think this one deserves some shiny black sprinkles. Now, I'm gonna have to find my black Diane Reevely's Dilutions shimmer spray. And I do want to take some of these, use some of those words. Let me do this. Okay, I'll do it around the black cats. That'll that will make sense on both, in a kind of in a diagonal here. Okay. Now, let's see what we can do. What makes sense here? Skeleton kind of works. Like right here. And what else do we have? Friends. Let's go back. Let's use friends because my prompt is spooky friends. Boo wicked, and I'm gonna stick friends kind of right in under here. There we go. Erica Breslin, otherwise known as California Lucky, is hosting this. This is her very first hop, and she's really provided amazing resources and organization for this, and I really appreciate it. I am a huge fan of hers, so I hope you will. When I post this on Instagram, I'll be sending or pointing you to her first video, and from there you can hop to all the others. She'll be keeping that list updated. It'll have absolutely everyone on it. And on YouTube, I'll have this on, I'll have the information in my video description box, and as it changes, I can keep updating my description box if you just want to come back to my video to see all the new ones that have come out. But there is a schedule. There are people posting videos. Erica herself is going to post videos every day this month, and there are other people, sometimes 2 or 3 per day. So I'm gonna get my tweezers and I'm going to fringe this. This is something that I thought would look good on a Halloween layout. It normally, this particular twine, which I bought for cheap, normally fringes on its own when I don't want it to, particularly the kind I bought silver, gold, and this black and white, and particularly the ones with metallic threads in them like to separate on their own. And for some reason, when I did this one tonight, I would have thought just kind of sitting there, it might just get fringy, and it didn't. Now, I'm not going to do this to the ones that are tied in bows because I don't want to undo the bow, but I thought this would look, appropriately eerie. Okay, there you go. And I know it's covering up that pumpkin, and that's okay. All right, so I'm happy with it. I hope you enjoyed the process, and be sure and look for all the other videos, and join me again tomorrow for my daily, I'm doing daily videos for Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, and for Load. And I did that one earlier today, so this one could be just the 31 days of spooky scraps, and a spoonful of scraps recipe, and Scrap Squad challenge number 5 in their autumn stash bash. So thank you for watching this. I love doing Halloween layouts, and I love how the filter worked on these photos. The colors were very vibrant, and the details were certainly sharper. But this skeleton just looks really creepy when you get it up there close. So thanks for watching. Bye.